What's up, guys? I'm here in New City Mall in Nanjing with my new friend Trevor. That's Trevor. We just got done with the VR arcade, the Omni. So they have one of those set up in the arcade here in the mall. Should be pretty cool. I'll let you know how it goes. Trevor, what do you think about it, man?
It was very interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually got motion sick during it, but it was definitely fun. If you have a chance to do it, you should.
And what was the mode you played? So you walk up, you scan a QR code with the social app here, WeChat, and then they set it up for you. Maybe just because we're foreign, I don't know. But so what game mode did they put you in?
It was Action Crisis, and it was a quick battle. So they had you in like 9x9 square, where your team spawns on one side and the other team spawns on the other, and you would run around the different pillars that were in the middle of those squares. And so, strategically, you try to place yourself, and you try to shoot. You could, I had a gun that had a grenade launcher attachment, so you could switch between those.
Okay.
It was unclear how to reload, but it was very fun to try figure things out.
Gotcha. So yours, I did see the mode he's talking about, but not as long as he did. We'll get to that in a second. But so yours seemed like it was kind of like a Call of Duty or like Counter-Strike or like, you know, in real life terms, like a paintball setup.
Yes.
Right, where there's like some bunkers, some obstacles, and you're trying to shoot the other team around those. Is that about right?
Yep, exactly.
And now, personally, I couldn't tell. I played the mode he's referencing only a minute or two, but it seemed to me like the movements were just unpredictable enough. Those might have been real other players,
Yep.
or it might have been the computer. I couldn't tell. Did you get an idea?
It definitely felt like there could have been another person controlling it, just because like there was a good, solid 10 seconds of me staring at another character, avatar, and they were just like, what are we doing? And like, if you were a CPU, you probably would be moving around and putting yourself in strategic positions. And like, there's a time that I got a little bit sick, so I stood like off to the corner, and I was able to just keep shooting at people who would come around the corner awkwardly.
Gotcha.
So I feel like a real computer would be able to come around the corner more precisely,
Right.
but it definitely felt like maybe those were other people.
Gotcha. So the game mode I played was the worker set it up for me. It was like a zombie survival thing. You know, there was rounds, there was waves. There was a little bit more realistic obstacles than the ones that were in the mode Trevor just referenced. But so basically these waves of zombies would come and like attack me, and I couldn't figure out how to climb things or jump, if that's even possible. I'm not sure if that was just me, or you know, I can't read the Chinese, so I'm sorry to tell you guys, I couldn't figure out all the controls. There was waves, and I got to kind of a boss. It was like a giant monster. It cornered me in, and eventually I died. But I got through 10 rounds, I'm happy to say, and then died fighting the boss. I'm not even sure if I died or just barely killed it, because then after this boss, it kicked me out of that mode. But then I think I was earning points the whole time. So I think I earned enough points that they let me play for a couple minutes in the mode Trevor referenced. So I saw that next, popped into the map, like he said, hid behind a column here and there, kind of figured out what other people were doing, and took out a few. I think I got like 8 kills or so in 2 lives. Not bad. So that was it. In terms of mechanics, the Omni you put on, so you take off your shoes, you put on their special shoes, which have little, like a circular, almost like a furniture foot, right? A slider for like your couch to avoid scraping the floor. But it's plastic, it slips on the Omni platform. So, I don't know about you, but what I found is that I kind of gamed their equipment in that instead of actually running, I noticed myself moving faster if I planted one foot in the center to keep balance, and then swiped, almost like I was scrolling on the Omni platform. Whether it's going forward, backward, left, or right. You know, you can lean to straight, and then there's a pad in the back that recognizes when you're trying to go backwards. So you just quickly scroll with your foot. Did you use that, or did you like try to rely on running?
Definitely I turned my whole body around, so I definitely like did a few 360 maneuvers,
Gotcha.
Moving left and right, and like I didn't know how intense I was doing it, so I think that's part of the reason why I'm still a little queasy about everything.
Okay.
But the first part, like I just did the scrolly thing, because I'm like, oh, there's guns over here, let me go over there.
Right.
And then there's another part, and by that time I looked at the left, the worker was like, nope, time to start the game. So I just started leaning into everything. And if I leaned far enough, my feet would actually slide. So that's kind of what I relied on.
So you were kind of doing like a scooting situation.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I did that a couple times too. What Trevor just referenced is that before you start the game, there's a little virtual environment from which you shoot little virtual reality targets to choose what you're gonna do. That's how the game menu works. Because you don't have like a D-pad or anything to rely on. But then the scooting, so a lot of us found, I agree. At first, the most familiar, the easiest thing to figure out first was they've got this ring around your waist, and you can prop your forearms on it, and then lean and kind of shove your feet to one side, and you can move pretty quickly that way. I noticed that
exactly
as well.
how I moved.
Yeah. Overall, I think it was a blast. I think we're gonna see a lot more immersive platforms before long. Like, personally, anybody who likes first-person shooters, as soon as they get the motion more fluid, and as soon as they figure out a way to give more incentive to actually run, you know, instead of trying to kind of game their controls, to be able to, like, the scoot, it helped you to quickly kind of like glitch to the side. So as soon as they figure out a way that that's not the most convenient way to move, I think we'll see some pretty fleshed out like virtual reality controls where you're going to be able to play titles like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Counter-Strike like you would with a keyboard, mouse, or controller. So hope you guys enjoyed our review. I think the worker took a video. If she did, I will post it with this one as well. See you guys later.